What is going on, guys? Your boy Joey Shake 72 coming to you guys with a video right now. So I want to go over the new signing from the other day. Ravenclark, he is a swing tackle for the Indianapolis Colts. To go over some of his things here. So he's had 15 starts in 47 career games. Obviously had the torn Achilles last December. By like week 13, he had a torn Achilles. A very solid swing tackle for the Colts, and obviously coming here, could he beat Andre Dillard out of his job? You never know what can happen if Andre Dillard's body can hold up, and obviously, Ravenclark his body needs to hold up as well. Coming off Achilles injury is worse than anything. I'd rather guys come off of ACLs than Achilles. Achilles injuries are the worst of all. Okay. To go over how many snaps he's played and how many sacks he has given up while playing at both tackle spots. So Ravenclark, okay, right tackle for 220 snaps, right guard for 318, left tackle for 435, and his 1,037 snaps, he's allowed 6 sacks. Missed after week 13, obviously last year due to a torn Achilles. So he's played right guard, left tackle, right tackle, which is pretty cool. I think the more, obviously with this, just like Nate Herbig could play both guard spots, the more you know what I mean? The more you could play, the more worth you have to your team. I think this is a really good signing. Obviously, the health is in question. Obviously, he was a free agent because no teams really took a chance on bringing him in after an Achilles, and obviously the Eagles are bringing him in as a depth piece to see if he could be that swing guy. But has a good amount of starts, only gave up 6 sacks, and you know what? You never know what you can get at the end of the day. So I'm glad that they're working on some depth. You don't want to change your offensive line 14 times. Relatively got to stay healthy. Obviously, Lane Johnson, Brandon Brooks went out with injuries. Lane Johnson had an ankle injury that just, he tried playing for it at as long as possible. Okay, Samalo ended up getting hurt early. So honestly, there was a lot of chances. A lot of young guys had chances like Jack Driscoll, Nate Herbig, some of these other guys. Jordan Mailata got his chance and obviously got benched again when Jason Peters got healthy. But I think this is fantastic, guys. I think this is really just a good treat for us to get a guy like this to come in. Has played a lot of snaps at left tackle, right tackle, and right guard. That's really good. So I think this was a solid move for the Eagles just because it gives us depth, and you never know what could happen during the season. I think this guy can get plugged in and really think he can play really well. So you never know at this point. Obviously, it's a 1-year deal, a cheap deal coming off an injury, and that's really it about Ravenclark. You got a solid guy that can come in and plug in wherever, and if you really need him. So my interesting fact about this signing is Ravenclark going to beat out Andre Dillard as that swing guy? Could Andre Dillard actually move down further in the depth chart? And that's really going to come down to his health as well. And, it hasn't been really good. And I don't think the Eagles have treated Andre Dillard well, even when he got drafted. They redshirted him when he got drafted, which was horrible. Never got his chance. It makes no sense to draft an offensive lineman in the first round of, 2019 at the time, and then you do nothing with him. You kind of redshirt him. And, I think the Eagles have stinted Andre Dillard a lot. And unfortunately, pull him back a little bit. He only had 3 starts. Played right tackle for a game and got obliterated. And his confidence was pretty much done at that point. Can't blame Andre Dillard, but when it comes to his health, I got to blame him, obviously. So could have been the starting left tackle last year, or at least try to be. But obviously getting hurt did not help whatsoever. So obviously Jason Peters had to, come in, switch positions. He came in as a guard, switch positions, and really that's pretty much what happened. So at the end of the day, guys, you have a guy that can play multiple positions and a lot of worth to this depth chart for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's very. A lot of teams don't have swing tackles. A lot of teams don't have swing anything. A lot of teams just have starters and relatively okay backups. But, when you have to get rid of a piece or two, or if someone gets injured, you got to have that guy that's going to plug in. And I think, Howie Roseman is doing a good job, obviously, with the secondary, getting a couple, getting some guys, guys for tryouts, guys that come in that have injuries and want to prove themselves. And you have guys in the offensive line that I think they drafted relatively well. Obviously, Nate Herbig was undrafted. Jack Driscoll was drafted. The trenches have been pretty good, but obviously we have to stay healthy. And I think, you have a top 5 offensive line if you don't get into this injury bug syndrome that we've been having since the Super Bowl in 2017. So let me know what you guys think about Ravenclark. I think he is solid, but stay healthy, and he could beat out Andre Dillard, so you never know at this point. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys later. Shakes, what up, follow us. Peace out, guys. Peace.